Just as the tension was starting to build, a cop showed up right on time. Since John had just been released from prison, Jack had been keeping a close eye on his every move. While Jack was asking around for information, a killer was slowly closing in from behind. Sharp as ever, Jack sensed the danger immediately, but by the time he turned around, the killer was already gone. To understand any of this, you have to go back 15 years. John, a serial killer, murdered Jack's captain, Mike, simply for the thrill of it. With sheer willpower, Mike managed to make it back home. He took one last look at his daughter before finally taking his last breath. The very next day, Jack rushed to the crime scene, but nothing could have prepared him for what he saw. The sight in front of him left Jack completely stunned. John was quickly arrested, but the court only handed down a 15-year sentence. When Jack heard the verdict, he completely lost it. Meanwhile, Mike's daughter Judy was standing right there, and she burned every detail of John's face into her memory. 15 years passed in the blink of an eye, and John was finally released from prison. But barely had he tasted freedom when he was set up by his childhood friend, Dawson. And the reason was simple. John had killed Dawson's girlfriend with his own hands, and the two had been enemies ever since. It didn't take long before the police got a call reporting the discovery of 2 bodies inside a car. The method was all too familiar, and Jack was convinced right away that John was behind it. Jack brought John in for questioning, but without any solid evidence, the police had no choice but to let him go. Just as John was about to leave, he unexpectedly ran into a now-adult Judy. However, John didn't recognize her. Little did he know, for the past 15 years, Judy had been obsessively studying his criminal cases. To avenge her father, she carefully documented his every method and covered the walls of her room with her notes. That very night, she caught her stepfather beating her mother. To stand up for her mom, she killed him using the same methods John was known for, then dumped the body in the park, all to frame John for the crime. But then, she stumbled onto something huge. The 2 people who had been killed in the car had completely different wound patterns, which meant her father's death wasn't John's doing alone. At the same time, Jack, through his investigation, also uncovered this lead. With that, Judy completely rewrote her revenge plan. She used her connections to pull Dawson's home address from the police department, then went to a pet store and picked up a dog chain and loaded up an entire car full of glass bottles, setting a trap inside Dawson's house well in advance. After successfully killing Dawson, she had his body delivered to the hotel where John was staying, and the moment John was caught off guard, Judy appeared out of nowhere and left him seriously wounded.